They have been one of the best three-point defensive teams in the country, ranked #1 right now in the Ivy. Bulldogs win the tap. Bez Mbang, the first-year point guard, brings it up, and we are underway here in New Haven. Great to have you tuned in. This is the Ivy League on ESPN. Feeding the post. That was the answer last night. Inside out it goes. Gavadon missed his first three. Jalen Llewellyn, 6'2" guard, brings it up. Keep an eye on Tosan Owoma, playing down in the post. One of the best bigs in the league. He is crafty. He can do so much. He's a triple-double threat. Kicked out, Ethan Wright, product of Newton North High School just outside Boston. Handoff, Freiberg hangs, can't hit, and Nolan gets the easy board. Yale had numbers underneath.
Yeah, and this is going to be a good test, I think, for the Yale big guys today. Just trying to keep Tosan in check.
Fall away for Swain, no good. That's a tough shot that he's going to take all night. Similar to Ethan Wright, two of the best shot makers you'll see in this league. Llewellyn crosses up. Jarvis can't score, high off the glass, and another rebound to the Bulldogs. They were out-rebounded 41-33 last night, a rare victory down low for an opponent against the Bulldogs. Gavadon through traffic, hits the scoop shot. Jalen Gavadon picking right up where he left off last night. He had 32 in the opener, now the first two tonight.
And that's exactly that same quick, explosive step. It's so hard to stop.
Nice cut to the bucket, easy finish for Freiberg. He tied Langborg for game highs with points last night, 15 of them on 5 of 8 shooting. Swain took it in deep, now angles back out. Nolan got doubled right away. Skip pass to Gavadon. Trying to create his shot again. No good. No, it's tapped back in. Might have been a little friendly fire, or E.J. Jarvis with the fingertips.
It looked that way. Princeton might have tapped that one in.
Nice attack by Owoma. He scores easy off the glass. He had 9 points, 9 rebounds, 5 assists in that lopsided win over Brown last night. Oh, by the way, Princeton won that rebounding battle by 10. Both these teams will try to establish themselves in the paint. Kick out. Good look at three. No good for Gavadon. And a rebound for Freiberg. Owoma turned away. Tries to swim through. Jarvis got blocked. E.J. Jarvis gets his 10th block of the season. Mbang pulled up. Now in the hands of Azar Swain. Topside three. He's got his first. Took a while for Azar Swain to heat up last night, but tonight, 1 for 1.
Hey, that's going to help out Yale a lot because Gavadon had to do so much scoring, which was fine. But wow, to have Swain start off hot, Princeton's in for a long night.
Wright trying to back his man down. Now in the high post, Owoma. Good at feeding the ball from there. Tapped right back to him. Now a three from Llewellyn. He's got it. Jalen Llewellyn shooting nearly 39% from the long line this season. He is 3rd best in the league outside the arc. That's the Princeton offense for you, Christine. Everybody can shoot, 1 through 5.
And they move the ball so well, too. They make that extra pass.
Swain hangs in and out. He'll take those all night. Off balance from the elbow, just inside the arc. Can't find many better or more confident in that area.
He has such a swagger about him, defensively and offensively.
Playing what could be his second to last home game here at Yale.
Oh, don't say
that. Step back three. That's pure. Ethan Wright. A really tough matchup tonight against Swain. 2 scorers going right at it.
And we're going to see that battle all night tonight. Who's going to have the better shooting percentage?
Noling on a matchup with Freiberg. Spins, puts it in. Matt Noling has taken a big step in his game. Rookie of the week in the conference. Challenge shot, hoop and harm. Ethan Wright hit the gas. Back and forth they go. 15:32 remaining in the first. We've got a shootout on our hands. It's 1 versus 2. Second place Princeton has a 3-point lead.
It's a great way to celebrate our league. This is part of getting to the NCAA tournament now.
This is what is so fun about March, is putting everything on the line.
You have to earn it to be here.
That's fun. That's March Madness.
50 years ago, their story began. Generations of women etched their names in the Yale history books. The pioneers, the trailblazers, the rule breakers, the boundary pushers, the won't take no for an answer, won't quit champions. Your grit, perseverance, and tenacity paved the way for women's student athletes of today and tomorrow. We remember you. We honor you. We move forward for you.
.32 to go here in the first half. Princeton has the early lead over Yale in this battle of 1 versus 2 atop the Ivy League. Thanks so much for tuning in. We're sitting courtside here at Lee Amphitheater alongside Christine Huber. I'm Kevin Gale. We're excited to see this matchup. Ethan Wright against Azar Swain, two of the best senior scorers in the league. So far, so good. Ethan Wright getting right to the point of attack.
Yeah, and he kind of was the one to throw that first dagger. You can see what great shooting shot he has. His form is brilliant, and we're going to see who's going to come between the two of them, because these are two of the top shooters in the Ivy League just going at each other.
And somewhere, Jalen Gabadon in the Yale huddle is saying, hey, what about me? I'm already 2 for 4 in this game. He struggled a little bit from 3, but you love the way he attacks the paint. We mentioned all the different scorers for Princeton. Ethan Wright, Jalen Llewellyn. Don't forget about Tosan Owoma, the kid from Newcastle, England. I joked with Mitch Henderson. He might be the best recruit ever out of England. There haven't been that many. And
for basketball.
That's right, Christine. Just like you, he started in soccer, found his way to basketball. How do those skills really match between the two sports?
Yeah, well, I mean, the big thing is just being an athlete, right? And, you know, I'm excited to see him live because I've seen him on film and seen him on tape. And you know what? He is an excellent player, one of the best in the Ivy Leagues, really.
I've been waiting all season to find one of those great soccer/basketball players just like you.
Hey, Newcastle is on a winning streak as well, so.
That's right. It's been a battle to stay in the Premier League the last couple of years, so trying to build that brand back up. And they got a pretty tasty lager as well, don't they? Swain in transition. No good on the 3, missed everything. A little surprising there for Azar Swain, who has the highest shot difficulty of anybody you'll find here in the Northeast. Oh, nice spin by Ethan Wright in the lane for 2. Product of Newton North High School. His mother, Ellen, graduated from Princeton back in 1983 as the second leading scorer in school history. Held the single-game points record with 38 until just 3 years ago. Nolan kicks it out to Matt Cotton, who just checked in. Swain around that screen by Cotton. Dances through the lane, left it short. Got the offensive board. Cotton for 3, in and out. And look at Swain get a third chance. Hustle plays for the rebounds, 50-50 balls. And Swain finally connects. 3 looks at the rim, and he's got his 5th point of the game.
And if you're Princeton, you cannot allow all those offensive rebounds. We know that bench isn't really happy with that mugging that just went on for Swain to get that offensive rebound, but it is what it is.
Mbang went step for step with Llewellyn, and he had to give up the basketball. Nice cut to the bucket by Wright, and it's a dime from number 5, Drew Freiberg. Most efficient player on offense, according to his head coach. Freiberg leads the league in assist to turnover ratio. He's got better court vision than anyone. Swain doesn't need much space. Cotton tucks in and connects off the glass.
And that's that spark that Cotton brings to this Yale Bulldog team. I mean, he comes off the bench. He can get hot once he starts shooting, but he can also take it to the hole as well.
James Jones said about him a couple weeks ago, he gets $1 for every 15 cents. It means he can create something out of nothing. Off the miss by Wright. Mbang in attack mode, drives and scores. Bez Mbang, the first year from Potomac, Maryland, has taken Yale to a whole new level in league play. Contested three. Back iron, no for Freiberg. Offensive rebound. Another three. Llewellyn missed. And a third chance for the Tigers. Where have I seen this? Contested, hoop and harm. That's Tosan Owoma in a tight spot.
It's really just showing his strength there. Owoma going strong to the hoop, and this is what he does. This is what he's done all season long. He knows he's getting bumped, still goes up strong to get the finish, get the and one.
First foul on Isaiah Kelly, 6'7" junior, coming off the bench in this game. Been one of the best post defenders for Yale in the Ivy League season. Drew a tough matchup against Owoma last time these two teams got together. Owoma, do-it-all player, top 6 in the Ivy League in assists, field goal shooting, steals, points per game, and rebounding. That's an incredible resume.
Not bad for a soccer player, huh?
His coach, Mitch Henderson, says he's still raw. He's still got plenty of growth left in his game. That's scary. There's a touch foul. You could hardly hear the whistle. It's going on Jalen Llewellyn. That's a first foul on Princeton. Owoma will come off the floor ever so briefly. Elijah Barnes takes his place. He played a season-high 13 minutes last night, even hit a three. 19-15, Princeton in front. Good fake by Cotton, and that drew the foul. It's a first on Ryan Langborg, a junior from La Jolla Country Day in SoCal. His father, Kurt, swam here at Yale, so a little bit personal in the Langborg family when Yale and Princeton get together. Down low to Noling on the block. He gets doubled, unloads, and Kelly's going to the line. Nice two-man game in the restricted area.
And that's what Yale was missing in the beginning of the season in those non-conference games. Just those big guys, just playing a little two-man game with each other. You can see here Nolan just always looking. And you know what? He gets doubled a lot. Every time Nolan catches the ball in the post, he's usually doubled. So now he's recognizing where that double is, a quick cut, and Kelly's wide open.
There were games earlier in the season where Matt Noling was sort of unknown, but he's on everybody's scouting report now, and you can see that defensive attention being brought his way. So 2 back-to-back fouls by Langborg force him to go to the bench. 3 team fouls for Princeton, just 2 for Yale. Clean game so far. Nice touch by Kelly. It's a 2-point game. Princeton trying to avenge its only home loss this season. They are 12-1 overall this season down in New Jersey. The lone loss came against this Yale squad, and they almost broke their hearts down the stretch. 10 seconds to shoot. This is Matalacco. Kick out. Freiberg. He's got 3. Freiberg now dialing it up from deep. Played every minute of this game so far. Cotton, pull up. No good from the line. Right back to Swain. In and out. Cotton, third chance. Tapped out. Off the Tigers. We have seen hustle plays like this on each end of the floor. Both teams getting third looks at the basket in one trip.
Yeah, we really have. And one of my notes for today's game was rebounding. Who is going to win this rebounding battle? And there's been so many offensive rebounds already for both teams.
Tough spot for Gabadon. Lost the handle. Barnes tees him up well. Kelly. Swain from the parking lot. No. Saw him hit one of those last night against Penn. Alaco now on August Mahoney, the sharpshooter, playing a little D. Trying to avoid the mismatch. Help arrives and a foul. Mahoney held on as long as he could before Kelly arrived, and August Mahoney picks up his first foul. Timeout on the floor, 11:35 to play here in the first half. Princeton leading by a handful here in New Haven.
It's not really about the notes. I want them to find the music and make it their own.
I will push you. I will test you. I'll demand everything you've got. What do you get? Everything I have.
Looking to make it back-to-back trips to the NCAA tournament. Touchdown. Pass score! Up in the air. Good! With their first championship! Unbelievable!
I love when families are able to come here and I can tell them they don't have to worry about paying for their care. They've got enough to worry about taking care of their sick child. Every single person that contributes is a part of that St. Jude family that makes that happen. Because of donors, we're giving families hope.
Ticket Smarter is proud to support St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. $1 of every transaction will go directly to benefit St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Visit ticketsmarter.com to learn how you can help today.
You're on the road with 11:35 to play in the first half. Series history between these two teams, 245th matchup all time. Look at the run by Yale. 7 straight wins, including that victory on January 29th. Azar Swain, what else is new? 14 points in that road victory. Talking with Mitch Henderson about that last game, it was actually back-to-back losses for the Tigers at that point in the Ivy League season. Said the defense was waffling at that time, and we've seen that a few times this year where a good, solid defense has come here to Lee Amphitheater, and they've been exposed by the Bulldogs.
Yeah, big time. And, you know, you got to, looking at those stats, the series history, Yale plays so well here at home. They usually don't lose. I don't know what it is. It's the same for the men. It's the same for the women. They love playing here, and they have great records and great games here.
Matalacco missed the first of his 2 free throws, just a 61% shooter this season. I'm not surprised that Cornell added to the problems for Princeton. Brian Earl, a Princeton alum, one of the best ball handlers all time in the Princeton offense, is coaching the Big Red this season. So he understands this offense that's all about reads, working inside out, and everyone's a danger even when they get outside the arc. Swain falls away and connects. Azar Swain showing off his game. Second leading scorer in the Ivy League after Jordan Dingle from Penn got humbled here last night. That's right. Attack mode, easy dump off for Owoma inside.
I don't think Owoma was expecting that ball. It literally landed right in his hands. That should have been a one-step dunk.
Could have headed that in.
Yeah.
Jarvis got doubled in the post. Nice skip pass to Cotton. Gabadon rolls inside with the right. Off balance, no good. Asking a little much that time, and Llewellyn speeds away. Quick attack, Freiberg. Llewellyn wiggles inside. Gabadon stripped it. Swain with numbers. Behind the back. Gabadon took a little too long. May have taken that shot last night when he was feeling good on offense. Now Cotton steps in. Missed it.
How great is his head fake? I mean, we've seen it game after game. I mean, he puts that ball up. Everybody in the gym thinks he's shooting, and then he just takes a dribble to go by him.
I'm sitting courtside. I have to work to make sure I don't get faked out on that. Mitch Henderson jumping up and down in front of me. Loves this matchup for Owoma, but hates that there's no call. Palms to the air as Cotton brings it down. Mahoney has the bravery to take a shot that deep. Got to close him out.
This could be a mismatch right here. We'll see what happens with Owoma on Swain.
Oh, what touch around the rim by Mahoney. New confidence in his game.
Usually don't see that from Mahoney. He's usually a shooter from the outside, so good for him getting to the rack.
James Jones said every time he played in high school, he could make 8 threes a game. There's a touch foul on Swain, and he's arguing. First on the Bulldogs' leading scorer in a 4-point game with 9:27 to go here in the first. Last night's game against Penn, a lot more physical for Yale. This game feels wide open, up and down the floor.
Yeah, there's not so much bumping in the post tonight. A little more, officials have called a little more hand check on the outside with the guards.
Late sub coming in here, that's Freiberg. Ethan Wright, they're begging him to come off the floor. He's the hot shooter, 4 of 5, 10 points to lead them all. Three again. Alaco's got it. Matt Alaco shooting 41% from three. He had a clutch buzzer beater against Cornell at home last month. One of the young sophomores. It's been tough for underclassmen to play minutes in Mitch Henderson's 5-man rotation. Mbang sets and hits. That's 3 for Mbang, and he throws up all 3 fingers to the Princeton bench. Tigers on the attack. Quick trigger 3. No. And an offensive rebound. 3 offensive boards for Princeton, 4 for Yale. A lot of second and third chances so far. Handoff Alaco. Llewellyn at the wing, guarded by the first-year Mbang. Mbang nearly forced to carry. Now a corner 3. That's Max Johns right on time. He had a season-high 7 points against Yale on Valentine's Day, the last time these two teams got together here at Yale. Mbang unloads. Jarvis lost the handle but got fouled. And I swear, one of these officials' whistles isn't working. Maybe because he's got the big mask on. Referee Bill McCarthy, the umpires Dave Fernandez and David Powell.
And that was a good pick and roll there by Yale. Good read by Mbang, just waiting, see where that defender goes, and then get the quick dish in.
Second personal on Jalen Llewellyn. 4th team foul for the Tigers, 4 for Yale.
Here we'll see this replay again. It's kind of like the unwritten rule in basketball. The legal moving screen, so to speak, is that pick and roll, which is perfect.
James Jones has said a lot of these games just come down to how the physicality, how the moving screens, how a lot of that action is called by the officials. So far, pretty wide open in this game. And to me, that's a blessing in the modern day of college basketball. There are a lot of these games I've called this year, especially in the Northeast, where teams are shooting on both ends. As we get a travel on the Tigers, you have both teams in the bonus with 9.5 minutes to go in the first, and that turns it into a grind.
And again, there's been a lot of more touch fouls on the outside with the guards than more of the banging like we saw last night in the post. So, hey, you know what? It's tough for these players, but they have to kind of figure it out very quickly how the officials are going to call the game, and you know they have to change the way they play.
That was confusing in an era gone by where they tried to really clamp down on all the hand checks. We get a foul on Yale underneath after the miss by Polakidis, and it's going on E.J. Jarvis. So Jarvis picks up his first foul. 5 team fouls for the Bulldogs, and we'll pause with 7:50 to go in the first. Princeton still in front by 5. You're watching Ivy League basketball on ESPN.
Visit the shops at Yale in historic downtown New Haven, where shopping is a personal pleasure and your favorite brands are easy to find. Where award-winning restaurants are around every corner and parking is always easy. Join visitors from all over the region and explore more than 60 shops and restaurants, plus world-renowned museums, galleries, and theaters. For more information, visit theshopsatyale.com.
Great way to celebrate our league.
The atmosphere is unbelievable. And you're watching the Ivy League basketball tournament.
part of getting to the NCAA tournament now.
This is what is so fun about March, is putting everything on the line.
You have to earn it to be here.
That's fun. That's March Madness.
7 and change remaining here in the first half. Princeton sitting second in the Ivy League with a lead on the road, 31-26 over first place Yale. This is a well-rounded Princeton squad, top 15 nationwide in three-point field goals per game, assists to turnovers, scoring overall, field goal percentage. But the matchup we're watching, Christine, three-point shooting. The Yale Bulldogs defend the three-point line better than any team in the Ivy League, and so far the Tigers have tamed that defense. They are 5 of 9 outside.
Yeah, and it's so important that Yale focuses on that. A little more higher denial to not let their three-pointers catch and shoot like they have been.
They'll work it back inside with Owoma. Off the dribble, kick out, 3. Langborg off the tin. Same action we've seen time and again. Yale's been cool from outside, 2 of 8. Azar Swain does have a triple already in this game. Princeton guarding closely against that backdoor action. Polakidis getting some touches here, playing more and more minutes as the season goes. Jarvis, skip pass, Polakidis off the bounce. And tapped in by Jarvis. He's just playing a one-man volleyball match at the rim tonight.
Good tap in, and he's been reading the angles so well on the rebounds as well.
Coming off his first career double-double, 12 points, 11 rebounds last night. 3 for Wright, and he converts again. Ethan Wright, fresh off the bench. He can't miss right now. 2 of 3 from outside.
And we know he's coming off an off game last night, so now he's looking to step it up, and he's already shooting better than last night.
That's when you know a scorer has swagger, when they get personally offended after a 5-point game. Takeaway by Princeton? No, it's a foul. That's on Drew Freiberg, his first.
Referees are already getting an earful from both coaches already this game.
Mitch Henderson said, I was really competitive when I was a player with Princeton. Played on teams that connected really well on the floor. He said, I like this group of Tigers because they don't take things as seriously as a group. They let things roll off their back. They let me get hot. Gabadon thought about that 3. Mbang feeds Kelly, trying to dip in and knocks it in off the box.
And we saw that time after time last night. Kelly just such a good job with the drop step and up and under and just getting to the hoop.
4-point game. Lee Amphitheater starting to come to life. Princeton kept them quiet in the early moments. Owoma, one-on-one. Backing down Kelly. Nice turn, blocked. 5 to shoot. Alako on the drive. Owoma, nice and easy. What a possession. Kelly got his 21st block of the year, good for second best in the league, but the Tigers just kept coming.
And Awoma's so strong, and we've already seen it tonight. He loves getting to the hoop.
Swain contested. Nearly dropped it in. Alako skied up for the board. Alako went racing along the baseline. Now the 3. Freiberg hits again. Tigers are 7 of 12 from outside, shooting 58%, and it's a 9-point cushion on the road.
And you know what's tough about their offense is they're constantly going backdoor, which then leaves the three-point open because defenders are turning their heads.
Swain barely kept it in bounds. Noling with his back to the basket. That's Gabadon for 3. He's got it. Jalen Gabadon, his first triple of the game. 6 points, second leading scorer tonight.
And he's picking up where he left off from last night.
Make it 38 points in his last 2 games.
Not too shabby for the former Defensive Player of the Year.
It's the time when the seniors have to stand tall. Alako got trapped, nearly turned it over. Now Noling off to the races. Thank you very much.
And this is what the Yale coaching staff wants to see.
All right, with no quit, end to end. That's what one of the elite scorers in this league can do. Silence the crowd.
Real quick.
6-point game, less than 4 to go. And there's some life here at Lee. Swain, how about me? Got it, one at the end, one. Shouting to the officials, I got fouled, as he went back down the floor. No way. Langborg missed. Swain feeling it now. Pick and roll. Noling on the block. Not enough. Everyone can take their breath. 41-37, 3 and change remaining in the first. This is exactly the kind of competition we expected between 1 and 2 in the Ancient Eight. Right back to Awoma. Now Alako. No. Awoma chases the offensive rebound. Nolan got on the ball. And a foul called on Yale.
Look at them fight for the ball. Both teams are already in Ivy Madness. It doesn't matter. They're focused on this game.
The Boo Birds are out here in New Haven, but you got to admire the hustle for Yale. It's a 4-point game.
As an athlete, for many of us, it remains a part of your identity really for the rest of your life. I was fortunate enough to have many people there helping me during my athletic career, and so to now be able to give that back to my patients, to be able to help them, is incredibly fulfilling.
We love our house. Been here for years.
Yeah, but there's an animal in the attic. At least Geico makes bundling our home and car insurance easy.
We save a lot.
For bundling made easy, go to geico.com.
Princeton University, a research university with a special commitment to teaching, where scholars and students learn from the past and look into the future, where students from many backgrounds prepare for leadership and lives of service, where more than half the student body receives financial aid and grants, not loans, a university of excellence in athletics and the arts and in all that it does. Princeton University, in the nation's service and in the service of all nations.
4-point lead for Princeton late in the first half. We're still 3 weeks away from Ivy Madness, but this game's starting to feel like the postseason. Bodies hitting the floor at Lee.
Great hustle by both teams here. You can see this just isn't a typical game. It's Princeton, it's Yale. We're heading into Ivy Madness. It's at home, and that's getting the fans going.
If you're just joining us, both these teams clinched their trip to the 4-team Ivy Madness last night. Princeton with a win at Brown, Yale with a win here at home against Penn. But as we pointed out, really the top 3 teams in the league, Yale, Penn, Princeton, have really separated themselves from the pack. So you'd love to get that 1 seed going into the tournament for perhaps a little bit more winnable of a game against Cornell or Harvard, depending who comes out of that pack. The foul going into that timeout on the floor was picked up by Gabadon, his second. Outside, 5 to shoot. This is Wright, leading scorer, drops back, left it short. And he'll hear it from the Yale students.
Good defense there by Cotton, just getting a hand. Wasn't sure if he deflected it or not, but it looks like it's still going to be Yale ball under the hoop.
Princeton has cooled off. Tigers have gone scoreless the last 133, while Yale has heated up 3 of its last 4 from the floor. Noling's turn, off the bounce. Mbang hangs and hits. Bez Mbang getting more and more efficient with his offense. He had 10 points and 7 rebounds last night. Praised for his defense, but so often first years find that touch late in conference play as we get a turnover on a walk by Princeton. 4th giveaway for the Tigers, 0 turnovers for Yale.
And Yale's defense is really starting to pick up. It's hard with all these backdoor cuts. Just as a defender, you're constantly turning your head. They're now starting to get better at figuring out that pick and roll, especially with Awoma and how big he is inside the post.
Maybe he got caught reading a mean sign written about him in the Yale student section. I'm not going to repeat it, but they brought their A game here tonight. Mbang trying to direct traffic. Kick out. Bez Mbang got the 3. I told you, he's getting better. Coming into this game shooting just 15% from the long line, but that was a confident stroke as Princeton calls time. If you're reading this, Yale is winning. That's what the Ethan Wright sign says on the other side, and Yale's got the lead, 42-41.
And I tell you, this is one of the great things about this Yale team is if someone's struggling, someone else steps up. We've seen it in so many games, so many guys becoming the star, the stud of the game. And right now, it's going to Mbang. We see Swain, doing what Swain does. But now we start getting other guys involved, and it just makes Yale so tough to stop offensively. And you know what? Mbang, he cannot be left wide open like that. I mean, he's gonna hit those wide open threes all day long.
And Princeton should know better. It was really that double-double he dropped down at Princeton a couple weeks ago that really helped him hit a new gear in Ivy League play. He had gotten so comfy at point guard. His head coach said, I've asked him to do so much, and he just keeps delivering. Now Princeton out of the timeout. Awoma, good from the mid-range. Gets himself back into the post around Kelly. Extra pass. Llewellyn, 9 to shoot. Short. And a rebound to Kelly. Nearly popped free. No quit from the Tigers or Bulldogs after that first rebound. Less than a minute to go in the first. Yale has its first lead. Mbang, nice body control. He's hit 3 in a row. A 9-0 run for the Bulldogs, 14-2 over the last 4:08. Way out, it's Langborg, got it! Ryan Langborg not lacking for confidence. His first 3, and we've got a tie game. Timeout, James Jones. Yale will set the offense with 24 seconds on the shot clock and 30 seconds to go before half.
And you can see right there exactly why that Princeton offense is so hard to stop. Especially once you have a big guy like Awoma in the post. Now you're talking you have the three-point threat and you have the inside presence. It just makes it so hard to stop. And these guys are doing so many off-the-ball screens, so many curls, so many backdoor cuts. It's so hard to defend. And I mean, if he just rolls and he's wide open, I don't want to necessarily say miscommunication, right? They've gone over this, Yale has. They know what they're doing, but that's just how tough it is to stop.
These teams have been so evenly matched here in the first half. Nearly dead even on rebounds, even on bench points, even on points in the paint, and even in the score column. 44-44. Yale sitting first in the league. Princeton now second, just a game back. Still a lot left to be decided as both teams gear up for Ivy Madness at Harvard just 3 weeks away. And you get the feeling, Christine, this is not the last time Princeton and Yale could face off this season.
So true.
They've been the 2 best teams in the league throughout much of the season.
And they're probably going to wait for the last shot here. But, I mean, look at all these offensive threats that Yale has right now.
Overloading that left side of the floor for Mbang. Now 5 to shoot. The first year jumps back. Missed it. Time left for the Tigers. Wright on the move. Walks with it. That's a turnover. Now 3.2 seconds left for Yale to work with.
We'll see a little full court pressure here from Princeton, just to avoid an early shot.
Mbang at the buzzer. In and out. Mitch Henderson wanted a foul. He thought Freiberg drew it outside the arc, and the Tigers will take it into halftime, all tied up with Yale. What a finish to the first half for the Bulldogs. Bez Mbang hit 5 of Yale and BU, and then flying their dad between games and putting him in those prime seats behind
Great
the bench
story.
so
That's
he
such a
could get a
great
little
story.
national spotlight. Yale certainly pulling the job off right now. First place in the Ivy League, heading into Ivy Madness just a couple weeks away. Still a lot left to be decided here in New Haven. Great one to watch so far, and we're glad that you're tuned in with us. Out of the break, 3-ball. Llewellyn wastes no time. Still a 44-44 game. Got his shot up. Mitch Henderson was standing right in front of me, so I couldn't quite tell what was happening there. So that's my bad. Tapped inside, denied in the post. Freiberg. That's the tough part about sitting in this spot. I'm doing a lot of leaning.
And you switch seats with me.
That's right. Try to prevent it. Still a problem. Awoma gets into Jarvis like a brick wall. Denied.
Great post defense there by Jarvis. I mean, just not fouling, just staying straight up and literally mirroring the ball.
Swain off balance. Can't hit. Wright. Handoff. And too easy for Awoma. Like a freight train down the lane.
I tell you what, I am not stepping in front of that. If he's going full
No
steam
way.
to the hoop, forget about it.
Awoma now D'ing up Jarvis on the block. Gabadon feeds him. Help comes. Deflected pass out toward the midcourt stripe. 8 to shoot. Mbang from deep. No good. Correction, that was Gabadon from deep. Wright wasting no time. Blocked his pass. Mbang got it. Back and forth they go. Now it's Noling's turn. He's got to match up with Freiberg. Spins left. Baseline. Nearly hit the hook. And it's a foul on Freiberg.
And things are starting to get intense here for sure.
You can feel that intensity that Mitch Henderson was talking about.
See this play again here. Nolan, he's doing such a great job reading and almost just pausing, waiting for that double team, seeing where it comes. And you see in that play right there, he's able to spin out and away from it. But we've also seen it tonight. He waits for it to come, and he finds that open man for a three-pointer.
Freiberg was called for his second foul. He'll come off the floor for Matalako. Laco's got 3 rebounds in this game to go along with his 4 points. 1 for 2 from Nolan. And it's a 1-point game. Jarvis subs out. How good has this junior been in the starting 5 as a forward?
And it's really changed the game for Yale, just taking them to the next level.
There were times early in the season due to injuries without Jarvis that undersized players were forced into the post and they just could not deny the bigs, especially from Power 5 teams. Awoma lowers the shoulder, hangs and hits. Awoma so nifty inside. His head coach said he just has a unique talent for craftiness, hard to guard, has all the skills. And he said, I'd love to find some more bigs like Tosan Awoma.
Yeah, of course, anybody would.
Wide open on the baseline. It's Kelly.
Kelly with authority there on that dunk. Gets the fans back into it. Same thing we saw last night.
Right, perfect pass to Awoma. How did he thread that needle?
And Awoma's almost more finesse. Like, we haven't seen him throw it down yet. He just likes a nice finesse finger roll to score.
Like a soccer player.
Correct.
It's a game of finesse. Swain, the Red Sea parts, but he can't finish. And goes crashing into a photographer. 5-on-4 for the Tigers. Olako, Owoma, nearly denied at the rim, but got through the contact. Timeout momentarily. Not sure who they're checking on.
I think they're going to check on Swain. He took a pretty hard knock, hard fall right over one of the camera guys at the far end.
And with that time, Mitch Henderson's going to make a change. Pulls Ethan Wright off the floor. Second leading scorer with 15. He'll take a breather. He's played the most minutes along with, guess who? Owoma. Swain wanted that cutter. Noling. Help arrived from Owoma. Brave pass across the floor. Gavidon works inside. Lost the handle. Will stay here with 10 to shoot.
And isn't it crazy, with all the good players that Yale has, Princeton's deciding to double the post players. This is not something we would have seen 2 months ago.
Have to be careful with that. There are still three-point shooters around the arc. Swain through the trees. No. Mbang nearly saved it, but it's grabbed out of the air by Langborg. Owoma outside. It's Langborg on attack mode. Timeout, James Jones. Princeton has its second largest lead of the game at 7. Timeout on the floor, 15:51 to go. Bulldogs need some life.
As an athlete, for many of us, it remains a part of your identity really for the rest of your life. I was fortunate enough to have many people there helping me during my athletic career, and so to now be able to give that back to my patients, to be able to help them, is incredibly fulfilling.
We love our house. Been here for years.
Yeah, but there's an animal in the attic. At least Geico makes bundling our home and car insurance easy.
We save a lot.
For bundling made easy, go to geico.com.
Princeton University, a research university with a special commitment to teaching, where scholars and students learn from the past and look into the future, where students from many backgrounds prepare for leadership and lives of service, where more than half the student body receives financial aid and grants, not loans, a university of excellence in athletics and the arts and in all that it does. Princeton University, in the nation's service and in the service of all nations.
Bulldog fans trying to fire up their team on the wrong side of a 6-0 run by Princeton. The second-place Tigers have a 54-47 lead here in New Haven with 15:51 to go. Whole lot left to be decided. We mentioned Ethan Wright coming off a quiet 5 points in the win at Brown last night. He has delivered in this game, 6 of 8 shooting, 15 points. And a similar story for Jordan Dingle, leading scorer in the league. Penn holds on for an 89-88 win at Brown after just a handful of points here at Yale last night. Dingle went for 31. Mbang off his own miss, hoop and harm. He'll shoot.
Great job in staying with that after he came up just short on his first shot. It's what we call padding the stats.
That's how you win the rebounding battle. Get a couple of your own misses. It's back to a 5-point game. 15:38 to play. Let's take the media timeout.
Visit the Shops at Yale in historic downtown New Haven, where shopping is a personal pleasure and your favorite brands are easy to find. Where award-winning restaurants are around every corner and parking is always easy. Join visitors from all over the region and explore more than 60 shops and restaurants, plus world-renowned museums, galleries, and theaters. For more information, visit theshopsatyale.com.
Great way to celebrate our league.
The atmosphere is unbelievable. And you're watching the Ivy League basketball tournament.
This is part of getting to the NCAA tournament now.
This is what is so fun about March, is putting everything on the line.
You have to earn it to be here. That's fun. That's March Madness.
Play. Yale down 54-49 to Princeton after this. Third foul by Ryan Langborg.
Yeah, and Mbank just stays with it. He sees us hitting the back of the rim. He's able to go up, pad the stats a little bit, get an extra rebound, get the bucket, and now let's see if he can make this a three-point play.
That snapped a 6-0 run for Princeton. Tigers have heated it up here in the second. 5 of their last 6 from the floor have fallen. That's all 3 for Mbank. First year now leading his team with 15 points. Only scorer in double figures for Yale, but they have 8 different scorers on the ledger. They're sharing the ball well. Ethan Wright, he's been a problem with 15. Llewellyn outside to Freiberg. No good, and Kelly's got the board. Swain just 4 of 14 from the floor. Noling locks in. Deflected pass. Owoma says, give me that. Tosan on the break. Turned over. Mbank to Swain. Race to the rim. Swain's there first.
And that's Yale getting more points off of their defense. Another steal. Off they go to the races to get that fast break and convert it.
10 points off turnovers for Yale. None for Princeton.
And
Nolan was called for the foul.
The turnover the other way. You know, Nolan does such a good job, right, of recognizing that double team. But just too much with the Woma right there, taking it from him.
For Nolan, that's his first personal, first team foul for Yale here in the second. Baseline inbound. Nice grab by Freiberg. Owoma off the deck. Right back to him. It's been a great battle with Jarvis. Straight up. Can't hit it. Jarvis gets the victory again. Mbank with the left. Too strong. 2-on-1. Wright. Around. Swain. No good. Now it's Swain. Cotton was calling for it in the corner. And now everybody takes a breath. Yale students on their feet. And a touch foul on the Tigers. That's Ethan Wright.
And finally a whistle after that. That was just fast break after fast break, both teams.
And finally a first foul on Ethan Wright. Students have added such great energy ever since that Harvard home win a couple weeks back. They're a big reason why Lee Amphitheater's been a fortress the last couple years for this Yale squad. Swain, not much space, doesn't matter, still rattles it in.
And if your threes aren't going, get to the hoop. Get those easy layups, get the high percentage shot.
Wright, way out. He's got 3 more. That snaps a 7-0 run for Yale. This is a high-level basketball game in the Ivy League. Intercepted by the Tigers. Alako unloads. Nearly dunked down, but a foul. Owoma climbed the ladder, and Yale said no easy bucket.
So much for me complimenting him on his finesse earlier tonight, huh? I mean, I thought he was going to throw this one down. To be fair, I mean, he did get whacked pretty well going up there.
Jarvis laid the lumber, his second foul. And Owoma's got a good touch for a big man, better than his 56% average would suggest. This is a front court for Princeton that's been undersized with injuries this season. They've had to play by committee around Owoma. Freiberg, technically a forward at 6'7", but can really shoot from everywhere. Seen bursts of Elijah Barnes in this game.
And with these subs, both teams are kind of going with more of a smaller lineup right now. So let's see, out of the guards, who comes out.
5-0 run for the Tigers. Back in front by 5. Princeton led by as many as 9. Jarvis. Now Mbang swipes it through. No good. Into the corner. And last touch by the Tigers. Drew Freiberg, good citizen, went into the corner to pick up that basketball.
We'll see this again. Just Mbang. I mean, his first step is just so quick. Couldn't get that one to fall, but he was right there for the offensive rebound.
Here is Gabadon. Through the contact, he'll go to the line. It was Gabadon and Mbang who drew all the praise from their head coach, James Jones, after the win at Penn last night. Coach Jones said, we're so fortunate to have 2 outstanding on-ball defenders like Bez and Jalen. They did such a great job against Jordan Dingle, who we mentioned erupted for 31 points tonight at Brown after going just 4 of 19 here at Lee.
Coach Jones, they're so focused on defense, and they want the defense to kickstart their offense. And I tell you, what they did last night on Dingle, and it just proves to show. Dingle then shows up tonight and drops 31 points, where the Yale Bulldogs were just able to contain him last night.
Gabadon makes it a 3-point game after Drew Freiberg picked up his 3rd personal. Yale would love to hand him a couple more fouls and slim up that front court around Owoma. Cutter to the basket. In deep, it was Alako.
And that's one of those Princeton cuts. Just backdoor cut, wide open for a layup. High percentage, we'll say.
Basketball played the way it's meant to be. That's what a couple Princeton alums have told me this season. It's all about reading and reacting. Deep 3, no good for Gabadon, and Wright's got the board. And everyone can say that what they're doing at the NBA level is revolutionary, but there are a lot of Princeton concepts as this one's turned over by the Tigers. A lot of different shooters working around the arc, reading, reacting, creating shots for all sorts of different players. It's hard to figure out who the point guard is on a Princeton offense because you look at the assist leader for the Tigers and it's the big man, Owoma, playing in the middle.
And with that offense, they're just constantly moving the ball, off the ball cuts.
Gabadon tried to flush it, and instead it's Freiberg playing major minutes here on the road. Senior captain, his head coach said, I've asked him to do everything playing alongside Owoma. Last touch by the Bulldogs. We'll stay here with 11:37 to go when we come back. Tigers will inbound with a 5-point lead. We're into crunch time here at Lee Amphitheater.
We love our house. Been here for years.
Yeah, but there's an animal in the attic. At least least Geico makes bundling our home and car insurance easy.
We save a lot.
For bundling made easy, go to geico.com.
5-point lead for the Tigers. Inside out it goes through Tosan Owoma to the leading scorer, Ethan Wright. Now 18 points to front the Tigers, trying to move into a first place tie with the Bulldogs. It'll take a win on the road tonight, but so far the Tigers have been rock solid, especially in the front court. They're now leading that rebounding battle.
And their offense has just been so hard to stop tonight. We saw there on the replay, all those backdoor cuts, that constant moving. It just makes the defenders turn their head, and once they turn the wrong way, Princeton is able to slip right behind them for the layup.
For James Jones, the keys are always the same. Rebound, defend, share the ball. His team needs to pull a couple more rebounds late in this game to deny the Tigers inside. Big push there by Alako on Swain. Out of the timeout. Cutter to the rim, and a foul called. Freiberg's going to the line for two.
It's that same offensive set we keep seeing, that same play with the cut through the middle. We'll see this again here. It's that high screen that Yale's just been having a trouble fighting through it. Coaching adjustments, we'll see if they make any, but you either have to hedge and recover, but you have to bump him on the screen.
Bazembang was called for his first personal foul. Mitch Henderson's team trying to get a little revenge after that loss to Yale back on January 29th. Rattled in by Freiberg, who's been a threat inside and outside. 2 of 5 from 3, 3 of 7 overall. He's got 10 points. Princeton looking for that cross screen. Gabadon lost it. Turned over to the Tigers. Just the 4th giveaway in this game for Yale. They've been so clean with the basketball. Tosan, are you kidding me? Hoop and harm.
What a move. And, we've seen him all night. He loves getting to the hoop. And we'll see this here. I mean, this is what he wants to do. This is his scouting report. Head down, a bull in the china shop, just get to the hoop every single time.
How good was that first move for a kid at 6'8"? He is so smooth with the basketball.
He's just so agile for a big guy.
Trouble for E.J. Jarvis, just picked up his 3rd foul. It's a 7-0 run for Princeton and a 10-point lead, largest of the game. Lee has gone quiet. Bulldogs have gone scoreless for 1.5 and missed again. Kelly got there but couldn't hang on. It's back to the Tigers.
Yeah, a little unlucky there. Mbang was basically trying to use that rim just to protect the ball so nobody blocks them, but he just couldn't finish it.
Handoff, Llewellyn inside, high off the glass. Yale's got the board. Swain kept his dribble and got fouled by Owoma. That's the first foul of the game for the big man from Newcastle, England. He plays so clean.
Amazing, right? He is very smooth. He's very agile.
14 fouls for Yale, 5 for Princeton, with 10 and change remaining. Swain, way out, in and out. Owoma hugs the basketball. Yale has won 7 games in a row, longest streak in the league. Princeton trying to chip into that. Wright, leading scorer, around Kelly, and fouled. It's going on Bez Mbang, his second.
We'll see this again, but guess what it is? Another high ball screen that the Bulldogs are just having so much trouble stopping. Again, you've got to stick with your team principles. Are you hedging? Are you bumping? Are you switching? Are you switching guard to guard? Are you switching post to post? Whatever the team concept is that the coaches want, they have to stick to it.
No good for Ethan Wright on the first. Azar Swain coming off the floor. August Mahoney will fill in. This is rare for the Bulldogs. We haven't seen them lack this kind of defensive assignment against, you know, a team like this at home all season long. They've been so well prepared, so understanding what teams are running against them. But remember, this is a Princeton team that trailed by 17 against them last time out. So as good as Yale looked for long stretches of that game, Princeton figured some things out down the stretch, and they're applying those principles here tonight.
I think in the games we have seen, you know, they do struggle. Yale does struggle with those high ball screens. So it's something, you know, they do have to work on. And I'm sure the coaching staff has been switching up by the opponents as well, and also by the personnel who's playing.
A lot of note-taking tonight heading into Ivy Madness. Cotton missed. It's a 3-minute scoreless drought for the Bulldogs. Meanwhile, 8-0 run for the Tigers. They're up by 11. Danger time now for Yale. Llewellyn, he's called the silent assassin by James Jones. Kick out for 3, no good. Cotton couldn't get the rebound, and it's loose to Barnes. Wide open, Barnes closed down, scores anyway, plus the foul.
And that's another offensive rebound for Princeton that's leading to an easy bucket. Look at the miscommunication for Yale. Yeah, I mean, that foul's going to be called all day. But, you know, this is what Princeton does, right? Their constant movement, the constant motion gets the defenders turning their heads, getting them out of position. And just the communication for Yale just has to be a bit better.
It's a 15-2 run for Princeton. Largest lead of 14, less than 10 minutes to go. Swain on the bench, Mahoney cashes in. Offensive foul. It's going back to the Bulldogs. Good hustle by Swain.
You could kind of see that was coming at some point. I was thinking maybe it would be a charge on the inside, but you know what? Swain sticking his body out there, literally taking one for the team. Nice little shoulder to the chest.
Should correct myself. It was Mbang who went to the bench with his 3 fouls. Swain still out there. How could you ever take him off the floor at this point in the game? Handoff, Mahoney nearly lost it. Gabadon. Kick out, Kelly, his triple. Back iron. Yale has cooled from 3, 4 of 14. Still an 11-point game. Yale students back on their feet, trying to will their team to come back. High side, Freiberg. Handoff. Llewellyn, 9 to shoot. Backside dribble. Alaco through the contact, lost it. Kelly on the takeaway. Gabadon thought about the transition 3. Cotton, aggressive take, lays it in. Back to a 9-point game with 8 and change.
And that'll get the crowd going. Just Cotton gliding through. And sure enough, with that take, we'll have Princeton calling a timeout. They don't like what they see.
Let's step aside as the Tigers make an adjustment. Yale finding some life down the stretch. It's 69-60.
It's not really about the notes. I want them to find the music and make it their own.
I will push you. I will test you. I'll demand everything you've got. What do you get? Everything I have.
I love when families are able to come here and I can tell them they don't have to worry about paying for their care. They've got enough to worry about taking care of their sick child. Every single person that contributes is a part of that St. Jude family that makes that happen. Because of donors, we're giving families hope.
Ticket Smarter is proud to support St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. $1 of every transaction will go directly to benefit St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Visit ticketsmarter.com to learn how you can help today.
It's a great way to celebrate our league. This is part of getting to the NCAA tournament now.
This is what is so fun about March, is putting everything on the line.
You have to earn it to be here. That's fun. That's March Madness.
Yale trying to chip into that Princeton lead. Now down 9 with 7:58 to go, thanks to points off a turnover.
Yeah, and it's something that the Yale coaching staff just stresses. They want their defense being top-notch, and they want the defense to lead to offensive fast breaks just like that.
And you see, defense creating offense. We talked about it in the last segment. That's exactly how James Jones has built this program over the last quarter of a century. He truly believes, when you talk with him about the scoring of his team, he says, let me tell you how the defense teed that up.
Yeah, and you know what? It leads to obviously such high percentage shots. If you're able to get a steal and you get this Princeton team on their heels and you go at it and get a layup every time, it makes sense.
Out of the timeout, both teams have really cooled off from three-point range. 2 of their last 9 combined. Awoma in the high post. Draws the assignment with Isaiah Kelly. Langborg, nice pass, outside, in and out for Wright, and Cotton's got the rebound. Kelly wanted the backdoor cut for Swain. Now he drives baseline, lost it. Alako back the other way. Mitch Henderson says slow it down. He wants his team to play with the lead. Take care of the ball, rebound, get to the line. That was Henderson's call, and they can't take care of it here. Swain's got the takeaway. Gavidon, quick 3, no good. And Wright's got a long rebound. 8 boards, 5 assists to go along with his 19 points. The kid from Newton, Mass. is putting on a show on the road. Llewellyn battles through Gavidon. Now Awoma trying to back down Kelly. Llewellyn in the lane, finger roll blocked. Gavidon says no, no, no. His 9th block of the season, 2nd most for the Bulldogs.
If you're going to the hoop, you cannot leave the ball this low at all. It's just too low. He's got to go up strong.
And we've seen him go up strong quite a few times in this game. Wright with 7 to shoot. Awoma in a tough spot from the wing, gets inside, blocked again. Back to back, Jalen Gavidon Defensive Player of the Year in the Ivy League back in 2020, showing why again.
Yeah, he's just coming over, help side defense. And again, that's Princeton not going strong to the hoop again.
With 2 to shoot, Owoma in and out, nearly dropped it in from the short corner. By the way, credit to Jarvis, he interrupted the first shot. Swain's 3, no good. That would have gotten the house rocking, and what a rebound by Langborg as Jarvis got cleared out by Owoma. Both teams have gone scoreless over the last 2 minutes. Points tough to come by in the final 6. Wright, reversal good.
I mean, he's having a game today. Cold last night and then hot today.
Just 5 points against Brown. He was humbled on the road. Not tonight. And nearly got the takeaway. They're going to call a foul on Azar Swain off the loose ball.
And just a rare, tonight at least, a rare turnover by Yale. It's going to come costly in close games like this down the line.
Second foul on Swain, 7th foul on Yale. With 5:49 to go. Ethan Wright goes to the line for a 1-and-1. Wright, a 73% shooter at the stripe.
And he's really done a little bit of everything today. He's
Sure
hit
has.
the threes, he's gone to the hoop. He's been D'ing up Swain.
Just 2 of 4 from the free throw line in this game. Now the Bulldogs need an answer.
There's that double right there.
That's right. I was going to say, right on cue. Skip to Swain. No good on the 3. Out to Mbang, and he gets fouled. That's Llewellyn on the loose ball. So the 7th foul for Princeton will put the Bulldogs at the line for a 1-and-1.
And Yale's seeing this, right? They're seeing the double. That's the foul there. But we're seeing Yale seeing that double, and they're pulling that dribble out. You know, if it wasn't for Swain, I would say you just make that extra pass, and it's really going to be a wide open shot.
And Ben gets another 77% shooter at the line this season. Yale is 9 of 10 at the stripe in this game. Need every point they can get late here. Trailed by as many as 13. 2 for 2. Last night, Yale went on 11-1 run to close out the win against Penn. They'll need a similar run here tonight. Wright into Gabadon. Top defender, turned it over. Right back to Gabadon. Agent Zero on the drive. Noling with bodies flying. Now Mbang, the point guard, will slow it through Swain. Mbang. What a pass. And drew the foul. Jalen Llewellyn called for his 4th.
And Mbang, he was looking for Noling the whole way. Whole way. Little arms tied up there, but great job by Noling, just kind of sealing the defender.
What a great shot on the baseline. Shows you just how tight that seam was for the pass. Give another to Noling. So Llewellyn, the guard, with 4 fouls. Only player in true foul trouble right now. Llewellyn sat down for Langborg. Princeton's lead is down to 7. Owoma, top of the lane. Right back to him. The Englishman gets inside, blocked again. This time it's Jarvis. Mbang on the break, walked with the basketball.
And how about Jarvis again with another block? 4 blocks for tonight. He's been unreal with post defense tonight.
E.J. Jarvis re-entered the lineup just a couple weeks ago, heading into Ivy League play. Found his rhythm. Owoma right into him, and a foul call. This time it was Jarvis over the top. Can only play that high-level defense for so long as Owoma breaks you down with his wide-ranging skill set.
And I think Jarvis just got a little too excited there. He wanted another block, and look how he just brings his hands down that last moment, and that's the foul. That's a no-no at the younger level, right? You want to keep your hands up straight, jump straight up, and then with your hands, you're just going to get the block. Once you lean over, the official's going to call that all day.
Didn't cost the Bulldogs yet. Owoma missed. Jarvis will sit. 7-point game, 4:17 to go.
You know, we've seen some comebacks here inside this gym, don't forget. 2 years ago against Penn, they're scoring. Yale came back from 13 down in a minute and a half, so I definitely would never count the Bulldogs out, especially at home.
Talked to a couple Quakers on their way out the door last night that said, what is it about the Bulldogs? Late in games here at Lee, they have some kind of magic.
And they were trying to get the stat of how many points Yale scored on Penn just the last minute of each game, each of the 2 games.
It's close to 30.
Unreal.
Swain pulls up, gets the foul. He'll shoot 2 with 4:05 to go.
And Swain's been pretty chippy tonight. He thinks he's been getting hit all night long. He's been talking to the officials. The coaching staff's been talking to the officials. So when it comes down to it, any little ticky-tacky foul right now is probably going to be called in Swain's advantage.
What's his major? He's been politicking tonight.
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me here at Yale, right?
First one good for Superman Swain. After the second foul on Ethan Wright. What a matchup between 2 of the elite scorers in the league. But they're not leading their teams. It's Owoma with 22 for Princeton and Mbang with 17 for Yale. Shows you the depth of talent for both these squads, sitting 1-2 in the Ivy. Swain missed.
Rarity.
That is super rare. Best free throw shooter in Ivy League play at 90%. It's still a 7-point game, and we're in the final 4 minutes. Handoff, Langborg, no good. All iron. Gavidon. Around the screen, step back 3, money! Gavidon makes it a 4-point game.
And here we go. Yale's going to start picking up full court now. Watch the magic happen.
Tigers break through. Yale students back to life. Crunch time here in New Haven. Owoma, hands off to Wright. Stutter step, and good off the glass. Ethan Wright now leading the way with 23.
What an athlete he is. He's done everything tonight.
Swain got fouled. Wright tried to jump the passing lane, and Swain will shoot when we come back. Exactly 3 minutes to go here at Lee Amphitheater. Yale and Princeton separated by just 6 points.
As an athlete, for many of us, it remains a part of your identity really for the rest of your life. I was fortunate enough to have many people there helping me during my athletic career, and so to now be able to give that back to my patients, to be able to help them, is incredibly fulfilling.
We love our house. Been here for years.
Yeah, but there's an animal in the attic. least Geico makes bundling our home and car insurance easy.
We save a lot.
For bundling made easy, go to geico.com.
Yale fans trying to fire up the Bulldogs, trailing Princeton by 6 with just 3 minutes to go. Yale is 1 for its last 8 from 3, but Jalen Gabadon in crunch time delivered.
And it's almost like the Bulldogs are using Princeton's own poison there with a little high ball screen, which just gets him open for the 3 and just electrifies this gym.
Second to last home game for the outstanding Jalen Gabadon. It's the final home game for our television director, Evan Ellis, a 2012 Yale grad, 4-year letter winner on the football team. He and his wife Katie and their dog Cully moving down south to be closer to family and pursue an exciting new career opportunity. Our thanks to Evan Ellis for all the wonderful work he's done here at Yale as the broadcast services coordinator. And he will miss watching Azar Swain play on this hardwood. I love the silence as everybody watches Azar Swain work. 16 points, second leading scorer behind only his point guard Mbang, and it's a 4-point game with less than 3 to go. Owoma, always a handful. Up on Kelly, blocked and tapped in. A little friendly fire there. I think Kelly may have deflected that through the cylinder. Back to a 6-point lead. Swain stutters, bounce pass Kelly, trips in the lane, no foul, and it's turned over.
Been some interesting takes today for sure, both ways. Sometimes we're not even sure what the call is going to be, or no call. But here we're going to see Yale pick up this full court press, and again, they give people such trouble and just picks up the tempo on their defensive end while limiting the offense for the opponents.
Tigers have just controlled the action here late in this game. Owoma, nice head fake, left it short, offensive rebound, got fouled. And it's on Jalen Gabadon. So Gabadon picks up his 3rd, 9 team fouls for the Bulldogs.
I feel like that's almost the only thing you can do. Once Owoma catches this ball in the post, I mean, the only thing you can do is foul him. I mean, he's so dominant and anywhere in the paint. And now let's see what happens down the road with free throws for both teams. We obviously know Yale is a very good squad with free throws as a team, and especially when it comes down to the line.
Princeton only 7th best in this league in terms of free throws, 66%. And that was money for Owoma, or should I say a pound for the Englishman.
Probably a euro now, no?
Nope, they still use the pound.
Yeah.
Brexit and all.
True.
In and out, 1 for 2. 7-point game. Here is Swain, second leading scorer in the league. Gets in the lane, double clutch, draws the foul. Mitch Henderson can't believe it. Great defense by the Tigers, and still Swain gets himself to the line.
And this is going to help Yale down the road, because not only is it getting Swain to the free throw line, but I mean, look at everyone just coming around him, just trying to stop him.
They're selling out to stop him, and it didn't work.
It still doesn't work, and the clock is going to stop, which is obviously in the Bulldogs' favor. And then you have someone at Swain, like you said, 90% free throw shooter. This is who you want at the end of the game on the line.
Ryan Langborg subs back in for Madalaco. Starter back in the mix. Llewellyn and Jarvis each with 4 fouls. 5-point game. Yale extending the defense. Wild pass and a lucky break. It sailed all the way to Langborg. Owoma, hands off to Wright. Lost it, off the Bulldogs.
And Yale still trying to fight through those ball screens. They're trying.
Alako comes right back in for Jalen Llewellyn. Protecting him with those 4 fouls. Off the inbound, it's Alako. Owoma, so reliable in the paint. No good. Noling with the one-hand board. Critical rebound for the Bulldogs. 1:22 to play. Swain trying to separate. Gabadon. Deep 3. Got it! Timeout on the floor. Yale down 2.
And here it comes. Here come the Bulldogs. They love this. They almost love being behind in the final seconds, just to get the fans going. And everybody wants to be the winner here. Look at this, Gabadon. Picking up where he left off from last night. It's been a little quiet compared to last night, but last night was just insane by him.
Langborg got caught underneath that screen. It was just enough time and space for Gabadon. And you saw Swain, he was working like a madman away from the basketball to try to get free, but they lost. The leading scorer from last night. Gabadon now, what a run. 45 points over his last 2 games. A former Defensive Player of the Year in this conference, has hit a whole new level in his offense, and we'll say it again, seniors in February and March just hit a whole new level. They know this is a second to last home game. They know first place in the league is on the line. With a win tonight, Yale would stay in first. With a Princeton win, we have a tie at the top, heading into Ivy Madness just 3 weeks from now. Now, if you're the Bulldogs, how do you match this down the stretch with Princeton? They've been so good inside with Owoma.
Yeah, I think we can look to see something change with these high ball screens. I mean, Yale's athletic enough where I feel they could switch. They could switch these high ball screens, and it might really kind of mess up Princeton a little bit if they do.
Here's Owoma working down to the low post. Lost the handle. Outside it goes. Llewellyn with 5 to shoot. Gets it back to Owoma. Time ticking down. He rises and gets fouled with 1 second on the shot clock.
That's definitely not the defensive possession that Yale wanted to end with here. But, you know, Owoma just staying with it. Ooh, I'm not sure if there was a touch. Maybe a touch before, but not on the shot.
It's a 4th on Bez Mbang. Both teams in the double bonus. No good. Owoma now 5 of 9 at the stripe. He's got 25 points to go along with his 10 rebounds and 5 assists. No Princeton player has ever recorded a triple-double since assists became a marked stat way back in 1974. But Owoma has had quite a few opportunities this season. Now he needs to hit a freebie. 1 for 2. It's a 3-point lead for the Tigers. What a battle between 1 and 2 in the Ivy League. And we might see it again just a couple weeks from now at Harvard. Gabadon dribbles inside. No good. Oh, what a rebound. Jarvis up strong. No good. Loose ball. It's going to the Tigers. A foul on Jarvis, who left it all on the line.
And with the lack of whistles that we've heard today, and with this place being so loud, I wasn't sure on which play there was going to be a whistle, a foul, a turnover, ball out of bounds. I mean, both teams just scrapping and going for it. He just lost at the end there.
E.J. Jarvis doesn't miss a lot of those from inside.
And I have a feeling he wanted that one. He wanted that to be a dunk just to light the place.
A little too much adrenaline pumping there. Great effort tonight by Jarvis. He fouls out with 6 points, 6 rebounds, and 4 blocks. He was a force inside against one of the craftiest bigs you'll see at this level, Tosan Owoma. So both teams will take that foul out timeout to gather around and make changes. A 5-1 run by Yale over the last 139. There's a belief in the student section. Their team nearly flawless at home this year, 9-2 overall.
You know, it's only 3 points. 30 seconds left. With the shooters that Yale has, I mean, anything can happen these final 30 seconds.
It's Drew Freiberg to shoot these free throws. He is just 63% at the line. Senior from State College, PA, right down the street from Penn State. Most efficient player for the Tigers. Got the first. He has been an outstanding shooter from 3. Led this team in threes and steals 2 years ago, the last time they contested Ivy League play.
And I feel like tonight he's almost been an unsung hero. Like, whenever something's needed, he's done it.
Got them both. 5-point game with 30.4 to play. How quickly will the Bulldogs trigger this time down? Trying to get it to Swain. Around the screen from Kelly, picked up well. Gets around Owoma, through the contact, no foul. James Jones can't believe it, and now Yale fouls with 15.1 to go.
Yeah, Coach Jones is thinking that Swain got hit on the way up. I mean, we're a little far distance, but that's a tough one. But you saw, I mean, Princeton was all over Swain. They were not going to let him shoot this 3. I mean, look at this defense. And this is Owoma coming out to try and guard him. Look at him, he's getting bumped. I mean, he stayed straight up, right? And I said before, as soon as you put your arms down, as soon as you lean over, the official's going to call it. If he stays straight up, it's less likely that the officials are going to call it.
Bez Mbang just picked up his 5th, so he fouls out. Joins Jarvis on the bench. Mbang, what a night. 17 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists. And Yale is going to take some time in the huddle. So for Mbang, future so bright here in the Ivy League as a first year. Came into this game averaging just 3.4 points per game. And he dropped 17 on the second best team in the league, at least second place for now. No good on the first for Llewellyn. With a win, Princeton would knot things up at the top of the league, 9-2, deadlocked with Yale. And a 1 seed would be pretty sweet to avoid a matchup between these 3 heavyweights, Yale, Princeton, and Penn. Swain guarding the precious seconds. His 3 nearly drained it. Malaco got the board. Away go the Tigers with a win to get to first place in the Ivy League. The final score in New Haven, Princeton 81, Yale 75. Tosan Owoma, what a night. 26 points, 11 rebounds, 5 assists. He finished just 1 point short of his career high, and it's been rare to see bigs in Ivy League play score like that against the Bulldogs.
Yeah, I mean, he was nothing short of amazing tonight. I mean, he dominated that post, even with the Yale Bulldogs, with their post players stepping up and playing great defense. He's just showing how difficult he is to stop, and come Ivy Madness, we're going to have to keep an eye out on him.
This Princeton team now on top of the league with Yale, and coming up, it's a home-and-home with Harvard next week. Senior night Friday in Princeton, New Jersey, then a road trip to Harvard, and then the matchup with Penn in the season finale. A lot left to be decided for the Bulldogs as well. A little bit easier road ahead at Dartmouth, at Cornell the next 2 weeks before we celebrate senior night, Saturday, March 5th at 7 p.m. You can tune in right here on ESPN+. That's going to do it for our coverage tonight. For my broadcast partner, Christine Huber, and our entire production crew,